My name is Paul Wilson, and I presently live in California. And one of the joys that I have in my life is to meet with leaders in different kinds of settings. This is my second trip to Nagaland, and between last year and this year we have had the opportunity to talk about leadership with students, with pastors, with different government leaders, and now today we get to be with you, and it's a great honor, and I thank you. You know California, right? That's one of the states in the United States that people are most familiar with, and that is my present home. But for many years I lived in Alaska, and Alaska is up on the top part of the globe, and I served primarily Eskimo people. And so Eskimo people are very, very strong, hardworking people, and it's a very difficult environment that they live in. At the very top, you know, it's ice 11 months of the year, and the sun goes down in October and doesn't come up again till March. That's hard, huh? And I'll tell you something, if you went to Alaska and you met Eskimo people, you would look at them and say, you look just like Nagas. You're Naga people. And so way back when, some Naga people, and I think people maybe from Mongolia, you all sent them out on a trip and sent them to Alaska, and they have been living on the ice ever since. And you need to invite your cousins back to this beautiful place where it rains and you have all the fruit and vegetables. Up there, you know, you eat what you have, and there's no fruit, there's no vegetables. They eat walrus, seal, seagull, and I want to tell you, Naga food is wonderful. Eskimo food is terrible. You are very much blessed in the Eskimo culture if the people love you. And when you are with them and they love you, there is a ceremony and you are given an honor. And at this ceremony, you are given a name. And so the Eskimo people have given me a name and have honored me with a name. It's Beluga. Beluga, which means white whale. Because I have white skin and I am big like a whale. So if you go to Alaska, you just say you are a friend of Beluga and they will take you home to eat walrus liver. I want to say hello to you from the governor of California. Do you recognize this fellow? This is Arnold Schwarzenegger. And Americans are silly when it comes to politics. We like to elect actors. We do it a lot. So here's Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he really is our governor. That is not a joke. Governor of California. This is from his movie, The Terminator. And do you know what we call our governor in California? The Governator. That's what we call him. He's our Governator. So today, we're going to talk about transformational leadership. And I look at you and I see hardworking people. I see people, some of you have been at it for a long time. And I hope that by the time we're done, you're going to have that much more hope inside you as a leader. And I want to say something from the very beginning. No matter what our experience has been up to this day, today we can make a new beginning at what we do. And that is true if you're a business person in America. That is true if you're a pastor like me. That is true if you're a servant of the government and of the people like you. And so it is important to believe that about yourself. Today, you can make a new beginning. One of the characters that I enjoy in history, my passion on the side is history. And one of the characters I enjoy is Winston Churchill, you know, the Prime Minister of England back in the time of World War II. And he was a vicious politician. And there was one woman that he just couldn't stand who was in Parliament, and her name was Lady Astor. And Lady Astor could not stand Winston Churchill. Churchill, interestingly enough, this guy would sleep in every day. And he usually did not get out of bed until 11 o'clock. Did you know that? And in fact, when Churchill took meetings, his first meetings were right there with his trusted advisors in his bedroom. Part of the reason he slept in so late was that he liked to drink. And occasionally, he would show up to official functions drunk. And so at one of these functions, Lady Astor said, "Sir Winston, you are drunk." And he replied, "Lady Astor, you are ugly. The only difference is, tomorrow when I wake up, I will no longer be drunk, but you will still be ugly." Well, we're not Lady Astor. We can make a change. And so I want to say three things about transformational leaders. Transformational leaders are leaders who really make a contribution. And people who are in the kinds of positions you are in, you have had something in your heart, right? That you want to make a contribution with your life. You want your life to count. You want, by the time you're done breathing your last breath, to have Nagaland and the people you serve be better off because you lived. Transformational leaders, more important than what we do is who we are. More important than what we do is who we are. And leaders who make the greatest contribution pursue inner transformation. That is, they give energy to inner transformation. I am hired by organizations in America to come and work with their leadership. And this can be a college, it can be some kind of ministry, it can be a business. And I am known for being able to do something. And by the time I come and I make my contribution, I teach everybody how to do what I can do. And so I'm going to tell you what it is. I can go, and if I spend 2 or 3 days with the leaders of the university, or let's say a department in government, I can predict how successful that group will be in 5 years. I can predict in 5 years if they are going to accomplish their goals. And I want to tell you how. The best predictor of success is the dynamics of the leaders together. That's worth writing down because there's some truth there. The best predictor of success is the dynamic of leaders together. When leaders together are together, if they are filled with their own egos, they won't get very far. If leaders, when they are together, are concerned more about their own advancement than their service of people, they're not going to get very far. You know, you can just tell by if people treat each other kindly. You know the things that you were taught when you were a little child. are some of the most